You ever feel like modern life just feels so spiritually empty? It's like everything is so transactional nowadays. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've had a little bit of experience with dating apps, and I'm tired of being treated like a statistic rather than a person, you know? I feel like I have more depth to my soul than 3 or 4 curated photographs will ever be able to, portray. And I feel like, all we are now is robots going through the motions of life. It's like we're not even really living anymore, you know. I know for me that's especially true because I work a demanding full-time job, and as soon as I get home, I'm just working on YouTube videos or working on some of the art that I'm doing. So really, I've just been in this cycle where it's just work, eat, sleep, repeat. Work, eat, sleep, make music, make YouTube videos, repeat. So I'm just feeling like humanity is something that's like lacking nowadays, and it's just like every day, you see people staring at their phones increasingly often instead of talking to each other. And I feel like, that's another point is like, community is just not what it was before. Back in the day, you could get anywhere you wanted, just by asking people directions and whatnot. But, today you pretty much have to rely on your smartphone rather than your neighbor next door for like getting things done. So we become hyper connected, and instead of needing each other, we got the answers to everything in our pocket at all times. So I just feel like the silver lining of that is that you can do things that weren't possible before. Now social media exists. But the downside is that social media just robs our focus from each other to just this narrow feed that's just curated on dopamine rather than actual human connection, And I feel like back in the day when it was just YouTube, no TikTok, it wasn't so bad, Like we had just the long form videos that, took some time to actually watch, and enjoy. Whereas nowadays everything is like this 10-second like highlight reel of like dopamine dead swipes. Everything, online dating, TikTok, everything is just succumbing to that general downtrend in like attention focus, So I don't know. I kind of miss the old days where it was more low tech, but at the same time, I'm just trying to adapt because at 31, I'm still young, but I want to make sure that I'm not like my grandparents, right? Like somebody that hardens thinking that, only the old days are the right way of doing things. Because I want to stay up to date on the latest trends, sure, but you just can't deny that technology has really hardened us and robbed us of so much community. And I feel like, even with live music, like there's really not a scene anymore in most cities. I live in Denver right now, and it's a dope city. So, one thing I've been trying to do is like hand out tickets to my shows because I'm an artist. And I feel like that's just my effort of building a scene in town, Yeah, because like when's the last time somebody actually came up and handed you a flyer for a real life event, Because I feel like that's what I'm trying to do, by handing out tickets, I'm hoping to like just actually get to know people face to face rather than being an algorithm only artist. Not that that approach is bad, it's just that, without talking to people and like getting out of the house, I never have ideas for, YouTube videos like this or new songs I might be writing, So I think it's important to create more scenes, more third places where people can just hang out and like talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like just today, I was at a coffee shop, and the dude next to me commented on, what I was wearing and asked me what I was writing about. And, we had like a quick 15-minute conversation, and that really inspired me to, try to do that more often. Like try to, instead of just sitting at home writing a book, I feel like my spirit comes alive when I'm out, at least sitting next to people in a cafe or just like walking down the street. And so that's why as much as everything has become convenient in the past couple of years with smartphones and whatnot, it's important to take a low-tech approach sometimes and just put your phone down and like walk into town, you know? No cars, take the bus, right? Don't be texting the whole time. Just maybe bring a notepad and write some ideas down when you take a walk, you know, and that compounds over time. Like every conversation with a stranger, every idea that you write down, you know, that compounds one day at a time. And, you know, in some ways, I think that's the best way to resolve that feeling, you know, that like you're just going through the motions, right? So anyways, I'm hoping to build more community and whatnot. And, you know, I appreciate you guys watching this video. Drop a comment down below if you also feel like modern life has become spiritually empty, you know? And tell me what you're doing to find purpose in your life. Yes. Y'all, thanks for watching, and y'all have a good one.